Stop recording checkbox checked. Clear checkmark. Press test switching. Must blind alt or on. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. Must blind alt or on. Alt or on. Edit type of text. New option.
Hey, welcome back.
Phones.
We're jumping back into the world of Alter Aeon. Right? Got a couple of questions that that Kevin emailed me about and wanted to know. So Kevin, thanks very much for the email, and I will try to answer all your questions that I can right now. So the first email, the question was about had a couple different things in there. It was asking about options, and then joining events, and then no melee, and then also the quest, one of the first quests in the game where you fish and feed the bear. Alright, so we'll start out with options. Alright, so when you're speaking about options, it depends on do you mean like options or configuration? Alright, because when you're in must-see, you can type options, and it won't give you anything. Now you type options, won't give you anything either. So the way to get into the actual options menu is config. Now from here, it'll open up a pretty big menu where you can customize more of your gameplay. Alright, so we'll go through some of these, and hopefully this will answer your question.
Ambience, area specific ambience sound.
So for ambience, you can get that. When you are walking around and say someone has been crafting or something, you see a whole bunch of stuff, and it might be the same. This goes for trees. This goes for like all kinds of stuff.
Enter Alt or on edit conflict type of text. Change option dialog. Auto mark automatically start marking when I join a group. Escape options dialog. To change an option escape Alt or on edit type of text. Enter is connected from channel option.
Alright, turn that off.
enter turning on channel gossip. enter turning off channel gossip.
Alright, just want to make sure that some of this stuff is off. Alright, so we get back into the options by typing config. CONFIG.
Enter options dialog. To change an option.
And we'll go through, like I said, some of the stuff. So you can turn on ambience, which is sort of like what you're hearing in the background right now. Alright, so you hear like sounds like people moving, and you hear sounds like wagons going by and all that kind of stuff. That's ambience noise, right? So when you are in a forest, you might hear, and it's at night, you might hear like an owl, or you know, like different sounds like that. So that's ambience. So it just makes the game more, it makes the game come to life more. All right,
ambience, area specific ambience sounds enabled 188. Anti-ground string spam. Condense many items with the same.
So anti-ground string spam. Alright, so that's what I was going to explain. So if you are out in the forest, or if you're walking around a town or something, and you see a lot of stuff sitting on the ground, right? If it's all the same stuff, then you can turn this on, and it'll say you see three brass rings, instead of you looking and it says brass ring, brass ring, brass ring. Right, so that's what that's for, and that really helps, especially like when you're in the forest. You might see a lot of wood, a lot of trees that maybe someone didn't want, and stuff like that. Right, so it condenses it all into just one string. It makes it a lot easier, especially if you're using
archery contest has ended.
If you're using a screen reader.
Anti-sound clobber. Prevent same sound playing twice in a row. Disabled. 388.
Alright, so anti-sound clobber. I'm not really sure exactly what that does. I mean, it says that it prevents two sounds from playing at the same time or twice in a row. So maybe it diversifies the sound pack. Maybe, I don't know.
Air music. Play area specific background music. Disabled. 488.
Alright, so area specific background music. That's something that's really cool. It's got lots of
Space.
stuff in
ZT I only
there.
seen with Chaos Rift, but I haven't tried other portals. Enter. Change option dialog. Air music. Play area specific
So
background
if
music.
you
No
want
button to
to
activate. Press spacebar.
enter,
Alt plus N.
or if you want to change it, hit enter, and then use your arrow keys.
Cancel button to activate. Press no button to activate. Yes button to activate. Press spacebar. Alt plus Y.
And I'll
Enter.
turn
Air
it
music. Enable
on.
options dialog. To change an option.
So that's
12
the
PM,
area
Union.
music. And for every city and stuff like that, it might have different music. I actually kind of enjoy the music, but since this character is for mostly for explaining on the channel, I turned all the music off.
Enter. Change option dialog. Air. No button to activate. Press spacebar. Enter. Air music disabled. Options dialog.
Alright, so
Auto mark. Automatically start marking when I join a group. Disabled. 580.
so auto mark is like mapping. That's something that I've never really used a lot, but you can make maps so you can get back to places a lot easier. So that helps out with that.
Auto move. Obey leaders climb and look commands. Enabled.
That's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you're obeying their climbing moves. If not, when you're in a group, then and when they climb, you won't climb with them, so you'll get left behind. So might want to have that on.
Auto open. Automatically open doors after unlocking or fitting. Enabled. 7 of 88.
This one is more like an option that is just, you know, it's for ease.
Welcome
Like
back. Thanks for
after
playing.
you pick the lock or unlock a door, if you want it to open for you. If not, then you just open the door. You just type in the command to open the door.
Auto fit. Retry lock picking when it fails. Enabled. 8 of 80.
Retrying lock picking when it fails, that is something that's a really a good option for thieves, because if not, then you have to keep either typing in the command for pick lock and wherever door, or if you have the option on to just hit enter to insert your last command and keep doing it. You can do that too, but it's just easier to put auto pick, like just so it picks it automatically. It doesn't pick it automatically, it just keeps retrying automatically.
Auto region. Obey leaders regen and sleep commands. Enabled. 9 of 88.
Alright, so that's pretty self-explanatory
Friend
as
leader of the
well. Whenever the person that's leading your group goes to sleep, or you know, sleeps, rests, regens, then you automatically sit or go to sleep. So that helps when you're in a group.
Auto size. Set auto size on startup to preferred setting. Disabled. 10 of 88.
Auto size, not really sure what that is, so I can't really help you guys out with that one.
Auto sleep. Sleep when group leader sleeps. Enabled. 11 of 88.
This one is almost the same as the rest option above. Like, you just automatically sleep when a group leader sleeps.
Auto stats. Display statistics when they change. Disabled. 12 of 88.
If you want your stats to be displayed when they change, you can turn this on. So I don't know, it just seems like a lot of clutter for me. So, but you can always turn it on.
Auto stats. Display statistics when they change. Disabled. 12 of 88. Auto time. Automatically announce game time. Every hour with text and a small sound, as well as every 6 hours with an audio announcement. 13 of 88.
Alright, so auto time, pretty self-explanatory. Just pronounce the time.
Auto victory. Automatically perform cry of victory. Enabled. 14 of 88. 1 p.m.
Cry of victory, that is a warrior skill, and it helps you get back a little bit of hit points and movement, I think. And you can automatically do it, or you can, after you kill an enemy, you can type, you can make an alias for cry, or you'll have to type cry of victory or something like that to actually do it. But this is a much easier way, so that your character automatically does it, and you don't have to worry about it.
Ars represent the ROM using sound stat change fish. 15 of 88. Ars represent the ROM using sound stat change fish. 15 of 88.
Not really sure what that is for the bars. So if anyone knows, then you can always leave a comment down below, and you know, let everyone else know what this stuff is. Like, I know a lot about what I've used, but some of this other stuff is like some of this other stuff is honestly is not really useful, but I mean, I guess it could be useful for some people. So that's probably why they got it in here. Alright, before I forget, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you enjoy this content and you want to show support. Alright, so our next option,
Battle music. Late edition specific music when enabled. 16 of 88.
battle music. I like battle music. So it's you know, specific music when you're battling, and you know, let you know that you're in a battle. I don't know, I like it. so I keep it on.
Battle type. The severity of battle music is based on your health. 17 of 88.
Battle type, so that is like when you're in a fight and you are almost dead, the music gets more like gets more hype, I guess. I don't know, like I guess that's the only really way I can really explain it. Gets hype. So when you're fighting someone and you're, you know, at the beginning of the fight, it might be just like a melody or whatever like that, and then when you know, when you start dying or something like that, then it starts getting a little bit more hype, right?
Reconsider liquid container used for brewing. 18 of 88.
Alright, so this is your brew container, and it will the game will automatically see whatever container you enter here as your brew container. So whenever you start gathering ingredients and you type, you know, brew whatever with, you know, whatever the container is called, it'll automatically throw those ingredients into the container, and then you also can type dump the container if the brew didn't turn out to be what you want it to be. Then you can also dump that and the name of the container.
Log. Write brewed recipes to a separate window. Enabled. 19 of 88. 2 p.m.
Brew log. That's something that's really cool. It helps a lot. So whatever recipes are successful when you're brewing, whether it be poisons, brews, or whatever, it will automatically write the successful recipes to a log, and then you will have those recipes, so you'll know exactly what you brewed and exactly what ingredients it took to brew that that potion or that poison or whatever. So that's really useful. That's for people who like to brew stuff.
Chance. When you talk on the channel, message. Play the channel sound and display your message. 20 of 88.
So that is like the channel sound. So you hear the you will hear the channel sound, and then it'll display the message of whatever you wrote into that channel.
Just include your own tells and channel history. Enabled. 21 of 88.
You can include like whatever, you know, you're talking to someone else in the channel history. You can go over channel history. You can see, like, if you want to know what your clan has been talking about, you can go and check it out, and then it'll include whatever you said in that channel. If you know, if you have been talking. If you haven't been talking, then of course it won't show anything that's yours because you haven't been talking on the channel.
Star.
Alright.
Will notify. Alert me upon login of changes to my clan's rank. Enables other options. Disabled. 22 of 88.
Alright, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Notifies you of, you know, clan information.
Clan war. Display clan war notifications and sounds. Enabled. 23 of 88.
Clan war sounds. So when your clan is at war and you know, they might have a PvP fight coming up or something like that, and they're in a certain dungeon or room or something like that, it'll let you know.
Log all communications you choose to a separate notepad. Enables other options. Disabled. 24 of 88.
This is for people who, I guess, I don't know, like, want to revisit their communication log. I mean, I don't really know why someone would, but actually, no. I mean, if someone is telling you something and it's very important, like the like where a certain, I don't know, equipment set or certain metal, or if you're mining, something like that, where it is, and maybe you want to write it down, this will automatically do that for you, so that's cool.
Container used for storing various items. Back. 25 of 88.
Alright, so this is your main container, which is what you carry pretty much everything in. If you have an unlimited sack, then it'll be, you know, like your unlimited sack and all that kind of stuff.
Custom sounds. Check for custom sounds. Enabled. 26 of 88.
You can always check for custom sounds in different areas. They are always adding new music and stuff like that. Always make sure that your must-z is up to date, and you'll get all the music and the new sounds, ambient sounds, and all that kind of stuff. It's not just that though. There's sounds for different spells, you know, different skills, all that kind of stuff. So there's tons of sounds in here.
Custom volumes. Check for custom volumes. Enabled. 27 of 88.
Alright, custom volumes. You can always adjust your volumes. Maybe if you wanted a place to be a little bit lower volume, then you can change it here.
Ops. Perform the following action on corpse cutter spell components. Nothing. 20 of 88.
So if you have the corpse cutter skill, which is a necromancer skill. When you're doing corpse cutter, you can choose to do all kinds of stuff with that. And we'll go into this so you guys can see what actually you can do with this.
Enter. Change option dialog. Ops. Perform the following action on corpse cutter spell components. Ops. Perform the following action on corpse cutter spell components. Combo box. Blank. To change the selection use the start 1 of 4.
You can discard whatever you get, which really doesn't really make sense if you're doing corpse cutter.
Nothing. 2 of 4. Donate 3 of 4.
You can donate or do nothing.
Store container 4 of 4.
Or you can put them in a container so that all your corpse parts and stuff go into a container.
Donate. Nothing. Start 1 of 4. Donate 3 of 4. Nothing. 2 of 4.
I'm gonna
Enter.
put
Ops. Change. Options
nothing.
dialog. To change. This action automatically perform common tasks on corpses enables other options enabled 29 of 88.
Alright, so this one is just tells you tell the game what you want to do with corpses.
Enter. Alt on. Edit. Conflict. No buttons. Activate. Cancel buttons. Yes buttons. Activate. Press. No buttons. Activate. Press spacebar. Alt plus N. Cancel button. Enter. Options dialog. This action blue stack automatically blood sack corpses disabled 30 of 88.
That's pretty self-explanatory. If you are a necromancer, you can blood sacrifice corpses if you have that blood sacrifice skill. What that skill does is it is sort of like the warrior cry of victory. You sacrifice the blood and it raises like your hit points and movement and stuff like that. Oh, just by a little bit.
This action consume automatically control all minions that consume corpses disabled 31 of 88.
Alright, so this is more necromancer stuff. When you have minions, you can automatically make them consume corpses, which will help them to heal. So it's something you can do.
This action harvest teeth automatically harvest teeth disabled for
another necromancer skill is harvesting teeth. If you have that skill, then you can automatically make it harvest teeth from corpses, which is really cool. So you don't have to type like I made an alias that was just teeth. So when I see a corpse after I just killed something, if it's if it's a body, a dragon or whatever, I can just hit that alias and it'll automatically do it. With this, you can just automatically do it. After a while though, you might want to turn it off, because when you get as many teeth as you can carry, then it'll keep trying, and then it'll keep giving you the message that you can't hold anymore and blah blah. So
automatically salvage mechanical parts when possible disabled 33 of 88.
Alright, so mechanical parts, that's really cool, especially if you're a thief and you have the mechanic skill. Then you can salvage mechanical parts from like gnomes when they have like a lot of inventions. You can also do that from anything that's pretty much electronic robots, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, do that.
This action spell comp automatically harvest spell comps from corpses disabled 34 of 88.
Spell comp, that's pretty much harvesting.
Donate bones automatically donate harvested bones disabled.
Pretty self-explanatory on that one as well.
Donate fish automatically donate caught fish disabled 36 of.
If you're a fisher and you want to automatically donate your fish, you can turn this on. Unless you have like the cooking skill, or you're catching fish to cook and stuff like that. I don't really know what else people do with fish.
Red spice on the left the game. Donate skins automatically donate skin thighs.
This is more of like leathercraft when you're skinning. Actually no, it's skinning skill. You can always donate the skins that you get, which again is like, I don't really understand why you'd automatically donate them unless you are just trying to grow the skinning skill, but I don't really see why you donate all the skins. So, but if you wanted to do that, then that's what that's for.
Teeth automatically discard harvested teeth disabled 38 of 88.
So once again, if you have teeth, I don't know why you would discard them automatically. I don't know, but like I said, all these options, depending on your character, what you're doing, and all that kind of stuff, there's options for everybody.
Elder buffer, send elder tells to an elder's history buffer instead disabled 39 of 88.
Elder tells, that's more for it's more for like alliances and factions and clans and stuff. The elders, if they message you or something, it'll automatically flag as an elder communication, and you can put that into a different log.
Pressing the enter key interrupt speech disabled 40 of 88.
Interrupt to interrupt speech.
Exit comma. Use a comma to separate options when displaying room exits disabled 41 of 88.
Use a comma to separate room exits, which is really good, especially if you're using a screen reader. because sometimes if you don't have this on, it'll just have a whole bunch of random directions, and you put a comma in between them, and it helps to slow it down so you can get them all and not have to go back or hit the same command to get them again.
Exits. Room exits should be conveyed using text 4288.
Exits, yep, you want them in text, or you can have them in, I think there's like a sound.
Enter. Alt Aeon. Edit. Conflict. Directional sounds. 1 of 2.
Yeah, directional sounds. So if you walk into a room, you have to be pretty quick, and you'll hear like left, right, or I guess west, east, north, south, all that kind of stuff.
Text 2 of 2. Enter. Exits change. Options. Textful experience from mob text reviewable in all history buffer enabled 4388.
Alright, so you want to see what experience you get, and we'll talk about the buffer here in a minute, because there for a while I didn't even know that Alter Eon had a buffer, and so I'll explain it to you and how you get more information and all that kind of stuff about what's going on. It's really cool.
Focus mute toggle. Mute slash unmute sounds when switching windows enabled 4488.
Alright, so mute and unmute sounds, switching windows.
Global music. Play default music for areas without specific tracks enabled 4588.
Global music.
Process. Add group results to history. Group only 4688.
I don't really know what the dice thing is. I've never used it, so.
Grunts. Play grunts and other vocal sounds while fighting enabled 4788.
Grunts.
Warn. Report key group events disabled 4888. Grunts. Warn. Report key group events disabled 4888.
Key group events.
Cyclo. Interrupt screen mirror when following someone disabled 4988.
So this is really cool if you if you don't want to hear your screen reader telling you all this stuff, well, where like the direction they're moving and all that kind of stuff, you can turn that on.
Demo. Interrupt speech when moving disabled 5088.
Interrupt speech when moving.
Inventory. Choose out. Demo. Interrupt speech when moving disabled 5088. Inventory. Choose how inventory is displayed. Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity after the item where applicable 5188. Demo. Inventory. Choose how inventory is displayed. Items are condensed
So
into
your inventory. So this is sort of like that other option up above, where if you see a whole bunch of stuff, or maybe you have a bunch of say you have a bunch of gold, it'll say 3x gold instead of gold. So just makes things easier.
Enter. Change option dialog. Inventory. Each unequally named item appears on its own line with the quantity after the item where applicable 1 of 6. Each unequally named item appears on its own line with the quantity in front of the item where applicable 2 of 6. Items all on one line separated by commas. No individual item count 3 of 6.
So
items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity after the item where applicable 4 of 6.
there's tons of different things that you can do with this one.
Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity in front of the item where applicable 5 of 6. Unmodified 6 of 6. Items all each unequally named item appears on its own line with the quantity in front of the item where applicable 2 of 6. Each unequally named item appears on its own line with the quantity after the item where applicable 1 of 6. Each unequally named items all on one line separated by commas. No individual item count 3 of 6. Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity after the item where applicable 4 of 6. Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity after the item where applicable 4 of 6.
So
items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity in front of the item where applicable 5 of 6.
So you can have the quantity in front of the item or after the item. So you can have it say 3 gold, or you can have it say gold 3. Alright?
Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity after the item where applicable 4 of 6. Items are condensed into a single line separated by commas with the quantity in front of the item where applicable 5 of 6. Enter. Inventory change. Options dialog. The change.
Okay, so
items when you get an item. Much Z. Nothing. 5288.
So items, when you get an item, what do you want Mush Z to do with it?
Enter. Change option dialog. Item.
You can have it, I think you can put it into a certain bag, or do nothing.
Discard it. 1 of 5.
Or you can have it throw it away too.
Nothing. 2 of 5. Donate it. 3 of 5. Put it in a container. 4 of 5.
Or donate it, or
put it in your locker. 5 of 5.
Put it in a container, put it in your locker. Locker is something where you have to have storage time. So
put it in nothing. 2 of 5. Discard it. 1 of 5. Nothing. 2 of 5. Enter. Item change. Options dialog. The change.
Some of that stuff though is like if you haven't put it into a bag or something like that, then later you're gonna have to go back through and find all that stuff to figure out if you want it or not. If you discard it, you don't want to discard everything. So what I do is just do nothing, and then I'll have it in my inventory, and then I can look and see, you know, what it is, and it'll tell you if you're carrying too much stuff, over encumbered and stuff like that.
Look arena enter slash leave messages reviewable in the alt buffer. Enabled 5388. Lock. PK fights are reviewable in channel history. Disabled 5488.
Alright, this is for PK and
minion monitor tank and minion fight use of sounds. Enabled 5588.
if you have minions, like you are a druid or a necromancer, and you have minions, during battle you'll hear certain sounds, lower sounds, higher sounds, stuff like that, and that will be like the health of your minions.
Mobkin. Output of mob condition. Display of sounds. 5688.
And same thing, condition.
Truncate large numbers. Enabled 5788.
Truncating large numbers, that's more for like if you're at the bank, or if you are listening to the auction channel and I don't know, something's on, it's going for like 10,000 gold or whatever. it'll make it so that screen reader will read it out in a way that is understandable. Instead of it being like 10000, it'll be 10,000.
Panning, pan sounds, enabled 50 of 88.
Pan sounds, that's like going from left to right, panning.
Play quotes, play death quote voiceovers, enabled 59 of 88.
Death quotes, that's just what they say. Like sometimes when you die, they'll say something. It's pretty funny, so I enjoyed it. Keep it on.
Random ambience, occasionally play random ambience and dancing sounds, enabled 60 of 88. Randoms automatically get random slash unique items from corpses, only when soloing, 61 of 88.
Random items, that's really cool.
Random action, perform the following action on automatically retrieve random slash unique items, store container, 62 of 88. Random sounds, play random sounds where available, reboot sounds, when notified, reboot, much season, play warning sound, 64 of 88.
Definitely have the reboot sound on, because you don't want to miss it. So when I hear that reboot sound, I know that, you know, they're about to reboot the game. I don't want to get somewhere where I can be safe, like a you know, recall and stuff like that.
Replay automatically cast Clayman when the current one dies, disabled 65 of 88.
Clayman, that's another Necromancer skill. Just pretty much like it says, allows you to cast Clayman when the one dies. There's good and bad things about this. Good thing is you always have a minion if you have the magic points. Bad thing is if you don't have the magic points, then it'll keep trying to recast it. And so yeah. Just depends.
Regen automatically record regeneration times when both sleeping and resting, 66 of 88.
Alright, regen time.
Rune info, when targeting located in item with runes, much season, show the rune and its effects, 67 of 88.
Now this is really cool, especially for people who like to do rune carving, stuff like that. This tells you how the information is pretty much pronounced. So is it pronounced in that language that, you know, is really pretty much you can't figure out what the hell that language is, or does it just say what the rune is? Alright, so
enter change option dialog. Rune info, when targeting located in item with runes, much season, info, rune info, when targeting located in item with runes, just show the effects, 1 of 3.
so it can show the effects, which if you carve a rune and it's something like hit points, it'll just say hit points.
Just show the rune, 2 of 3.
If it shows the rune, it'll just show the rune, but that means that you have to remember what the rune is.
Show the rune and its effects, 3 of 3.
Or you can have it show the rune and the effects. It'll say like something weird, and then it'll say hit points by 2 or something like that. So depends on, you know, however you want to do it.
Just show the effects, 1 of 3. Just show the rune, 2 of 3. Just show the effects, 1 of 3. Enter rune info change options dialog. The change. Sack split gold obtained from sacrificing corpses, disabled 60 of 88.
This is more for like groups. If you're in a group and you sacrifice a corpse, it'll split the gold. If there is gold, it'll split the gold in between whoever's in your party.
Scheme, much season, convey your health condition using speech, 69 of 88.
And that's your speech or your health conditioning.
Short ID reviewable in all history buffer, disabled 70 of 88. Short ID when identifying an object, simplify the information. Short ID, pause between various item effects for easier understandability, enabled 72 of 88.
All this stuff is short ID, so when you ID an item, this tells it what exactly to tell you, how much information to give you.
Show size information when displaying items and people in rooms, enabled 73 of 88.
Show size, I don't really know. Like that's when you look at people and they're like however size, or if you look at something and it'll, you know, say its size. It's, I don't know, it's not really great. I mean, it's not really that helpful, but I could see some places where it could be helpful, but normally it's not really that helpful.
Show tips, show much newbie tips, disabled 74 of 88.
Newbie tips, if you want those on.
Sneaking steps, percent of normal volume for sneaking steps, 175 of 88.
Sneaking steps.
Speed walk, interrupt room description with exits for quick walking, disabled 76 of 88. Spellfall and all, spellfall messages reviewable in all buffer, only mine, 77 of 88.
So this is like if you're in a group and you fail to cast a spell, you can have it just show it to you, or everyone will see it.
Stones, container used for soul stones, back, 70 of 88.
Soul stones, if you're a necromancer, once you grab a soul, you can have it put it into the bag automatically.
Sun sounds, play a sound when the sun rises and sets, enabled 79. Swarm, warms up, group of falling spells, disabled 80 of 88.
All this stuff is pretty
Text
self-explanatory.
indicate the passage of game time with sounds for text, disabled 81 of 88. Unexplored, show nearest unexplored exits if anyone entering a room, enabled 82 of 88.
Unexplored. So this is really cool
Red wall
because
is the end of the game.
there are times where I'm in a place and there are tons of different exits, and I want to know what places I haven't been. So when I walk into a room, it will make a different noise when it says the exits. It'll say east. Okay, so if I walk into a room from the east, right, and the exits are north, northwest, south, then it will say in sort of like a questioning voice, north, south, east, west, because I haven't gone through. I
5
came
meters in the middle of
through
room.
from the
No
east, but I
notifications.
haven't gone back to the east. Right? So that's pretty helpful. It pretty much just tells you where you haven't explored.
Try east west. Vision. Much Z will customize your experience based on your level of vision. Lines 83 of 88.
Right? And then that's all also really good. You know, if you're a blind player, you're playing this, definitely turn on blind mode. It helps with the information you receive.
Vocals. Play vocal versions of sounds. Enabled 84 of 88. Volume levels. Display volume levels when they change. Disabled 85 of 88.
Volume
Warm.
levels.
Display warnings when spells are near falling. Disabled 86 of 88. With on sounds. Play weapons wind and damage sounds. Enabled 87 of 88.
All these are pretty much just sounds, just noises.
Holes display. Condensed 88 of 88. With on sounds. Warm.
Alright.
Vocals. Play vocal versions of sounds.
So
Enabled
that's
84 of
pretty
88.
much
You are
it
AFK. Alter
for,
on. Edit. Type in text.
that's pretty much it for the
Enter.
options.
You are no longer AFK. East, northwest, south.
Alright, so there was, so you wanted to know about how to get into the options to configure. Okay, so joining events. Alright, so joining events are pretty cool. If there is an event, like there's like fishing derbies and
Five years in the middle of the room. Private left the game.
bow tournaments, stuff like that. You can enter it, but you have to have a bow and arrow in order to enter like the bow and arrow tournaments and stuff like that. With fishing derbies, you just have to have a fishing pole and go to your nearest like, I don't know, ocean or wherever that you can catch fish from, and it will automatically record like the size of your fish if it's bigger than the last fish that was caught. Alright, so you can also go type in help events. You can also type in events. If there is an event, it will show it. If not, then it won't.
E-V-E-N-T-S. Enter archery contest will be held throughout the day. When the contest starts, type events start contest to enter the archery range. Whoever scores the most points by the end of the contest wins experience. And the cash purse. Note, winners will be ineligible for contests for the rest of the day.
Alright, so that pretty much is about the newest event, which is archery. So you have to have a bow before you try to enter the archery event, though. Alright, so that's pretty much join events. Also, there's events for different times of the year, and you will type help events to figure out what events are currently going on, and it'll give you all kinds of information on how to join those events and everything like that. Alright, so that's it about events. Okay, so no melee. So no melee is an option for characters, and pretty much what it is when you have, like, if you have a warrior, then they're more of a melee class. Thieves are more of a melee class. Warriors, thieves. Yeah, pretty much warriors and thieves. So those are the ones where you have your melee on, because you want to be in the melee combat when combat starts. If you don't, if you're a mage, or you're a cleric, or you're a druid or a necromancer, then you might not want to be in melee, because usually your hit points aren't that great or something like that. So you want to type no melee so that you can just throw your spells without actually getting hit hit with melee. Now, certain situations where this works out better than others, but I'll leave it up to you guys to really figure that out. And yeah, so that's no melee.
10 p.m.
I think he said Winamp. I'm not sure if that's what if that's what the next question is. All right, so Winamp is like it's like music. So you can connect your Mush Z to Winamp, and you can tell people on different channels, what music you're listening to and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much what Winamp is. I don't use it, so but that's pretty much what it is. Alright, and then the mountain lion reward for feeding the bear. So I've already gone through this part of the game, but I'm gonna go back and I'll show you guys how to get to the tree where the guy will give you the quest to get the bear. Alright, so first you start out
Enter east, northwest, south, waypoint, a small.
at the first waypoint. Alright.
Enter the garden entrance to the encampment. The camouflage archer stands guard from enter. You step out of the safety of the camp onto the bridge crossing the chasm. Standing atop a heavily warded stone bridge. Time east to go eastward into the infested.
So we're going east.
Enter east, standing atop a heavily warded E. Enter the grassy field. Use all speed of explore map. Before a bridge across a deep gully. Anywhere in ridiculously large boots.
Alright.
Nah, can't.
So
Enter exit east to dark to tell. West standing atop a heavily warded stone bridge. E.
go east
Enter.
again.
Go back through a grassy field. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. East, west. E. Enter a grassy field. A small demonic figure with red skin carries a torch. North, east, south, west. Excellent. K. Left leaves a gray red skin. K.
Alright. So from here,
Just die.
you go south.
Enter the edge of a grassy field. A thorn-covered spike cane searches for something to eat. North, east. Excellent. The thorn beast throws a razor sharp spine at you. K. K. Land.
I mean, I'm not really fighting because it doesn't.
K. I. C. K. K.
Because, you know, I'm too high level to be fighting this stuff. Anyway, alright, so
E. Enter a grassy field. North, east,
here.
south, west. S.
I'm gonna go south.
Enter the edge of a grassy field. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. North, east.
And you want to look at what's around.
O. B. Enter objects on the ground. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command E.
So there's a bunch of chests
Enter a
right
grassy field scattered with
there.
rocks. A redskin prowls about. Just visible. K. I. C. K. I. F. E. Enter. Blood freezes as you. Gray redskin imps that cry. A redskin imp is dead. You receive 21. Enter. Your blood freezes as you. Gray redskin imps that cry. A redskin imp is dead. You receive L. Enter east, north, south. A grassy field scattered with rocks.
So we want to go south again.
Enter along the south edge of the field. North, east. O. B. Enter objects on the ground. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. You do not see that here. E. Enter a grassy field scattered with rocks. A mindless zombie shambles about here. North, east, west. A mindless zombie comes as it shuffles slowly towards you. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. It looks like a tree. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. It looks like a tree.
Alright, so there's a tree here, but I don't think this is the right
L.
tree.
Enter east, north. A grassy field scattered with rocks. A mindless zombie shambles about here. North, east, west. E.
So I'm gonna go east
A
again.
mindless zombie. E. Land.
Eh.
E. N. T. E. R. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. You do not see that here. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. It looks like a tree. E.
Alright.
Enter the edge of a grassy field. Northwest. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. You do not see that here. O. B. Enter objects on the ground. E. Enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. L. Enter north the edge of a grassy field. Northwest.
Alright, so
Double enter north a grassy field scattered with rocks. North, east, west.
I thought the tree was right here.
E. N. T. E. R. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. You do not see that here. L. Space A. T. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. It looks like a tree.
Tells you it looks like a tree, but it won't let me enter
L.
it.
Enter north a grassy field scattered with rocks. North, east, west. N. Enter a grassy field scattered with rocks. Double enter east north a grassy field scattered with rocks. A redskin prowls about, just visible over the tall grass. The corpse of a red L. Space A. Red E. Space E. R. E. E. Enter. You do not see that here. A redskin prowls. E. Enter east north west. Enter a grassy field scattered with rocks. Enter north the edge of a grassy field. North. N. Enter the edge of a grassy field. A mindless zombie shambles about here. A redskin prowls about, just visible over the tall grass. A. I. C. A. Enter. Blood freezes as you. A redskin L. Enter. Northwest, the edge of a grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. N. Enter a Carter encampment. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. That's all in S. Enter west, the edge of a grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. A mindless zombie shambles about here. North, south, west. S. Enter the edge of a grassy field. Northwest. W. Enter a grassy field scattered with rocks. North, east, west. W. Enter along the south edge of the field. North, east. S. S. N. Enter north a grassy field scattered with rocks. A redskin prowls about, just visible over the tall grass. Double enter. You can't just walk away from N. Enter. You can't just walk away from K. I. K. Enter. K. I. C. A. Enter. Blood freezes as you. A redskin N. Enter.
Alright, so
A path through a grassy field. East, south, west.
could have swore it was around here somewhere.
Double enter. East, north a grassy
Thought
field.
it
A redskin
was
prowls about, just
to
visible
the
over the tall grass.
south.
K. I. C. A. Enter. Hit group. K. I. C. A. Space. I. M. P. Enter. Blood freezes as you. A redskin L. Enter.
Thought it was to the south of
North
this
L. Enter. North a
place.
grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. North, east, south, west. S. Enter the edge of a grassy field. A small demonic figure with redskin carries a torch. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command. K. I. C. A. Space. I. M. P. Enter. Blood freezes as you. L. Enter. The edge of a grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. North, east.
Northeast.
W. Enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. S. Enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. O. B. Enter. Objects on the ground. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to look around.
N. Enter. North a grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. North, east. Double enter. The edge of a grassy field. The bleach S. Enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. Double enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. L. Enter. The edge of a grassy field. The bleaching skeleton of a thorn beast is lying here. North, east. N. Enter. East. North a grassy field. A mindless zombie shambles about here. North, east, south, west. A mindless zombie comes as it shuffles slowly. Double enter. A path through a grassy field. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. East, west. S. Enter. Alas, you cannot double enter. Before a bridge across a deep gully. East, west.
Alright, so
S. Enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. Double
this
enter. You are your
is
refugee
back
encampment. Use all.
into the encampment.
E. Enter the grassy field. Use all Z to clear the
Alright,
explore map.
so
Before a bridge
from
across a deep gully. East, west.
encampment,
E. Enter a path through a grassy field. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. East, west. E. Enter. East, north a grassy field. A mindless zombie shambles about here. North, east, south, west. S. S. A mindless zombie S. Enter the edge of a grassy field. A mindless zombie shambles about here. The bleaching skeleton of a thorn beast is lying here. North, east, 12 a.m. It is near midnight. E. Enter. North a grassy field. The corpse of a redskin is lying here. North, east, south, west. S enter the edge of a grassy field. The corpse of a red-skinned lion deer. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open command to open it. A wooden chest has been left behind. Use the open
Alright,
command to
so
open it.
these are where
Northeast.
other chests are.
L space A space O E enter. You do not see that here. L space A E space E R E E enter. You do not see that here. E enter. A grassy field scattered with rocks. The corpse of a red-skinned lion deer. Northeast. Southwest. S enter along the south edge of the field. Northeast. N enter. A grassy L space A E space E R E E enter. You do not see that here. S enter along the south edge of the field. Northeast. L space A E space E R E E enter. You do not see that here. E enter. A grassy field scattered with rocks. Northeast. West. L space A E space E R E E enter. It looks like a tree. E N T E R space E R E E enter. You do not see that here. E N space E R E E enter. You do not see that here.
I don't understand why it's telling me I don't see the tree there.
O E enter. Objects on the ground.
I don't know. That's weird.
E enter. The edge of a grassy field. Northwest.
It might be because I've already completed this. That might be the reason why.
L enter. The edge of a grassy field. Northwest. N enter. West. The edge of a grassy field. A mindless zombie
I'll
camels
make
about you. North.
sure.
Southwest. A mindless zombie comes as it shuffles slowly towards you. N enter. East. Northwest. The Carver encampment. E enter. The Carver shaman blocks your path, preventing you from passing. K I C K space S A A N enter. What freezes as you hear a Carver shaman's death cry. The Carver shaman is dead. You receive 887 experience. On ground contains the red letter cat binding.
You like that?
Oh, but you know what?
Enter
It
the
might
stony
be
field. Use
past.
Alt explore map. You ascend
It
eastward.
might be in this stony field. That's what it.
L enter. East. The narrow footpath between stone walls. East. West. E enter. You are now entering the stony field. A large waypoint in the stony field. A small sack can be picked up and used as a container. Someone has left a cache of food here. A small candle with a bright blue flame sits here. A crude sign has been posted in the ground next to the waypoint. North. East. South. West. S enter. A path through the stony field. North. East. South. S enter. Wandering the stony field. A large leafy green tree provides some shade for weary
Okay,
travelers. North,
here
east,
we
south.
go. So it's past the shaman. So when you come out of that waypoint, it's pretty much east, past the shaman, and then south. So that's where it is. All right.
L space A T space T R E E enter. A large green tree with thick foliage that you can't see through. A large green leaf rustle. E N space E R E E enter. You enter a big leafy tree. You enter a big leafy tree. Inside something. You are sitting on a large branch of a big green tree, sheltered and shielded from prying eyes by large green leaves. Small animals live and scamper about the branches. This looks like it would be a good place to rest. Safe that if you fell asleep, you might fall out of the tree onto the ground. Exits out. O U
Okay.
E enter. East south.
This
You
ain't
climb
the
out of
right
something. This
tree.
becomes right enough to L enter. East south. Wandering the stony field. S enter. Wandering the stony field. The half rotted fir tree is leaning near against the rocky ridge. North east.
Okay, so it's a half rotted fir tree.
E N space E R E E enter. You enter a hollow under the tree. You enter a hollow under the tree. Standing in a hollow area under a tree. A short green fishing pole stands against the wall. A short orange fishing pole has been stood carefully against the wall. A kettle hangs in the fireplace above some dimly glowing coals. An old druid stands here in the center of the hollow. Out.
So you talk to the old druid.
T A L K space E O space D R U I E enter. You try to talk to an old druid. After exchanging pleasantries and relating the story of the fall of Felon, the druid seems a bit perplexed. This is quite unusual. This island was thought devoid of most of the usual types of demons and other foul beasts. The source of these creatures. This probably the doing of some more powerful entity, but I'm sure the people of the market and round will put a stop to it soon. But never mind that. If you don't mind, I could use a bit of help. My realm here is small, but I have been unable to care for the animals in my charge recently. Outside of this tree, there is a hidden crack in the stone wall that leads to a protected clearing. You can enter the crack to get to the clearing. On the south side of the clearing, there is a cave with a sleeping bear. The bear is a friend of mine and will wait soon. If you could gather some food and leave it for him when he wakes, I would greatly appreciate it. You can hope to get lucky and find a fish along the shore. Learn the plant lore skill and forge about the clearing, and learn the fishing skill to catch the fish yourself from the stream. Both of these skills I can teach. You use this list command. Feel free to use one of my.
All right, so the plant lore skill, it's pretty good. You can type
Friend Jerry will kill by a
see
stone cold
what
killer.
he will offer.
S L I S T enter. You have 26 practices left. Druid plant lore. Hit with CHRLEL. Plant lore not learned 1 brew. Druid carving. Hit with CHRLEL. Carve totem not learned 3 brew. Carve weapon not learned 6 brew. Druid rune magic. Hit with CHRLEL. Carve runes not learned 5 brew. Firebrand not learned 8 brew. Orienteering. Hit with CHRLEL. Survey not learned 1 any. Force navigation not learned 9 any. General skills. Hit with CHRLEL.
Alright.
Fishing not learned 1 any. If you run out, you can buy it.
So you can learn a whole lot of stuff here, like runes and all that kind of stuff.
S L I S T enter. You have 26 practices left. Druid plant lore. Hit with CHRLEL. Plant lore not learned 1 brew. Druid carving. Hit with CHRLEL. Carve totem.
He does give you another quest after that about some pepper grass or something like that. So plant lore will help you with that. It'll help you figure out where the pepper grass is. But the question was for feeding the bear. So we're just gonna focus on that.
S L I S T enter. You have 26 practices left. Druid plant lore. Hit with CHRLEL. Plant lore not learned 1 brew. Druid carving. Hit with CHRLEL. Carve totem not learned 3 brew. Carve weapon not learned 6 brew. Druid rune magic. Hit with CHRLEL. Carve runes not learned 5 brew. Firebrand not learned 8 brew. Orienteering. Hit with CHRLEL. Survey not learned 1 any. Force navigation not learned 9 any. General skills. Hit with CHRLEL.
Forest navigation is a really good one to have. But
G E T space T O L E enter. You get a short green fishing pole.
so
Q U E S T enter. You have discovered and the following quests. Quest 1 finds a bear in its cave and feed it. Quest 2 enter.
alright, so we're gonna go out.
O U E enter. East wandering the stony field. The half rotted fir tree is leaning near against the rocky ridge. North east. N enter. East wandering the stony field. A large leafy green tree provides some shade for weary travelers. North east south. S enter. East wandering. N space C R A C A enter. The Druid sanctuary. Use Alt Z to clear the image.
Alright, so outside of the tree, you type enter crack, and it'll bring you into here.
L enter. Northeast south. Entering into a small forested area. A little white
So,
enter. Standing in a small forested area. A little white
south
drops along the path. North.
Is where
S
you'll
enter.
find
Standing in a small
like
forested area.
the
Northeast
stream.
southwest southeast southwest enter. Standing in a small forested area. Northeast
Keep
west.
going
Double enter. Standing in a small forested area. Northeast south northeast S.
keep going south.
Enter. Entering a medium-sized cave. North southeast.
Oh, that's where the
N
bear
enter.
is.
North northeast. Standing in a small forested area. North N E enter. East west southeast E enter. Walking along a mountain stream. A little white bunny hops along
Alright,
the path.
there we go. So just fish.
F I S H enter. You start fishing. Your line grips a little.
Haven't fished in forever.
Your line grips a little. F I S H enter. You are already catching fish. Your line grips a little. The white bunny leaves south.
So
Your line grips a little.
yeah, pretty much that's how you
You
do
think you got a
it.
nibble, but you aren't sure. Select money R, Y, E, L, enter. You reel your line and recast it.
Alright, and then when you think you got
Your line grips a little.
a byte, you know, you type reel. There's all
You think you
kinds
got
of
a nibble,
different
dot, dot, dot.
commands.
R, E, E, L, enter. You reel your line and recast it. Your
All
line grips a
kinds of
little.
different
Event announcement, special event,
commands.
archery
Special
contest starts at 10.
event. Archery contest starts in
Your pole
10
jumps to something, nibbles at your
minutes.
line.
Whoever
R, E,
has the
E, L, enter. You
highest
reel your line and
score
recast it.
wins.
You think you got a nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot. Your line grips a little. You think you got a nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot.
But for fishing, there's
You
a
think
whole
you got a nibble,
bunch
but you aren't sure, dot, dot,
of
dot.
commands for
Select money, leave
fishing.
northwest. Select money has arrived. Your line grips a little. The slack goes out of your line as something strikes your hook. R, E, E, L, enter. You reel the black crappie. You recast your line and keep fishing. Congratulations, the black crappie weighs 1 pound. Your new personal record, 2 a.m.
Yeah, since I haven't ever fished with
Your pole jumps
this
to something, nibbles at your line.
character. Alright, so
You think you got a nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot.
we got one fish, weighs 1
You think you got a
pound.
nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot. Your line grips a little. Your line grips a little.
So another example of ambience is like
You think you got a nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot.
how you can hear the noise of the
Your line grips a little.
water, and if you pay attention, it's panning from left to right. So those are some of
Select money, leave
those
northwest. You think you got a nibble, but you aren't sure, dot, dot, dot.
options that we looked over in the
Your line grips a little.
configuration menu.
Your line grips a little. Your line grips a little.
But fishing takes
Your line
time,
grips a little.
takes patience. It's all random.
The slack goes out of your line as something strikes R, E, E, L, enter. You reel and smell. You recast your line and keep fishing.
Alright,
L, space, A, T, space, S, M, E, L, enter. Items in your inventory. This small silvery fish has a long thin body. It is a new condition and will last for less than 1 hour. Your line grips a little.
alright. So
L, enter. Northwest, south, walking along a mountain stream. Southwest, northwest, N, double, enter. Southeast, southwest, standing in a small forest, double, enter. Friend, enter. Forget S, enter. West, southeast, S, enter. East, standing in a small forested area. North, east, west, S, enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. L, enter. East, standing in a small forested area. North, enter. Walking along a mountain stream. The large catfish is your flock, double, enter. Standing in a small forest, E, enter. North, northwest, walk, G, E, T, space, E, A, T, enter. You get a large catfish.
hey, that
W,
was
enter. Standing in
cool.
a small forested area. North, east, west. Double, enter. North, standing in a small forested area. A little white bunny hops along the path. North, east, south, northeast. S, enter. Southeast, entering a medium-sized cave. North, southeast. L, space, A, T, space, B, A, R, enter. You do not see that here. O, B, enter. Objects on the ground.
Alright, so there's no bear here, which is really
N, enter.
weird.
North, standing in a small forested area. North, east, south, northeast. N, enter. Standing in a small forested area. A little white bunny hops along the path. East, south, northeast. N, E, enter. Southwest, standing in a small forested area. North, south, southeast, southwest.
Alright, so this is how you get out.
S, enter. West, southeast, standing in a small forested area. North, east, double, enter. East, standing in a small forested area. A little white bunny hops along the path. East, south, northeast. S, enter. Standing in a small forested area. North, east, south, northeast. S, enter. Southeast, entering a medium-sized cave. North, southeast. L, enter. Southeast, enter. O, B, enter. Objects on the ground. N, enter. Standing in a E, enter. Standing in a small forested area. North, east, west. E, enter. North, northwest, walking along a mountain stream. A little white bunny hops along the path. Northwest, northwest. Double, enter. Standing in a small, double, enter. Standing in S, enter. Southeast, entering a medium-sized cave. North, E, R, O, P, space, F, I, S, H, enter. You drop, enter. You drop, enter. You drop a black crappie.
So what's weird is that the bear's not here. Usually there's a sleeping bear in here.
O, B, enter. Objects on the ground. A gutted fish sits here. A gutted fish sits here. A large catfish is here flopping above the ground. N, enter. Standing in a small forest.
But it could be that someone else came in and did this before. But this is what you
N,
do
enter. Standing in a small
to get the quest done. That's pretty much
N, E,
it.
enter. Standing in a small forested area. A little white E, N, space, E, R, A, C, K, enter. You do not see that here. N, enter. Northeast, entering into a small forested area. South, E, enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. Double, enter. Alas, you cannot go that S, enter. Standing in a small forested area. A little white bunny hops along the path. A little white bunny hops along the path. North, south, southeast, southwest, 3 a.m. S, double, enter. Standing in a small forested area. East, south, northeast. S, enter. Standing in a small forested area. North, east, south, northeast. S, enter. Southeast, entering a medium-sized cave. A gutted fish sits here. A gutted fish sits here. A large catfish is here flopping above the ground. North, southeast. N, enter. Standing in a small.
Alright.
N, enter. Standing in a small. E,
So-
enter. Southeast. Standing in a small. E, enter. South, walking along a mountain stream. South. N, enter. Alas, you cannot go that way. Double, enter. Southeast. N, enter. Standing in a small forested area. A little white bunny hops along the path. A little white bunny hops along the path. North, south, southeast, southwest. N, enter. Northeast, entering into a small forested area. South. N, E, enter. East to stony field. Use Alt Z to clear and explore.
Alright, so that's pretty much how you do it. Even though the bear wasn't there, I think someone else might have came through. So you gotta wait for the area to repop, and then you just catch the fish. You take it and you drop the fish by the sleeping bear in that cave, and that will be the end of that quest. Alright, so I hope that this helped out. And as far as questions that you have about getting Mush Z to work, you just go to Altreon, the Altreon website, then go to Blind Support, then use your arrow keys to go down past the Mush Z link, and it'll have a link that says click here to get it. and you get that one, or you click that one, and then you'll have an option that is for the normal must Z download or the light one. It'll
Event announcement status event
explain
Special
archery contest starts in 5
event.
minutes. Open it all.
Archery
it'll
contest
explain
starts
that
in
the
5
regular one
minutes.
has all
Open
of
to
the
all.
ambient sound, music, and all that kind of stuff. The light one doesn't have the ambience, and you download it, pretty much open it, unzip it, all that kind of stuff, and it'll pretty much work. After that, you just have to open it up and make a new character, and all of the sound pack and everything like that is already it's already done for you. So all you have to do is open it up, and yeah. So hope this helped. Hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't already, and the notification bell. Show some support for the channel. And I have an update for those who are looking to see what I think about the PlayStation 5. So originally I was supposed to get it later on this month, but surprise, surprise, I'll be getting it on Thursday, which is also my birthday, on 13th, which is 2 days from now. So I will be checking it out, and I will be throwing up some PlayStation 5 videos here in the next
4 a.m.
week or so about the accessibility, and some hardware reviews about the Pulse 3D headset, how I feel about the sound. I've heard that it's really, really good. Um, so yeah, stay tuned. I'll catch you guys later. I'm Blind Ohio Gamer. Peace.
Task switching. Ops 26.